Hola, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bresney, the on Instagram and TikTok. Today we're going to be installing this unit. This is Aurabel by Outre Perfect Hairline in the color number 2. So if you're interested in knowing how I installed her, stay tuned and keep watching. And also I'll go over the details as well. Everything will be linked in the description box below in case you're interested. This is what the wig looks like in the box. I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of what it looked like before I plucked it. This is the hairline. It wasn't too bad and the knots weren't as big or thick, but there was one or two. And then the lace is really thin on this wig, so it's easy to melt. So this is the box. This is Outre Perfect Hairline Aurabel in the color number 2. She's 28 inches long. And this is what she looks like outside of the box. I did some work on her. I already plucked her. Made some holes in the lace, but I tried to customize my hairline. Here are the massive holes that I made on the lace, but I plucked her a little bit more. I used to do this to all of my wigs after I did my reviews, but then I stopped doing it because I got lazy, honestly, truly. But I was like, you know what? Let's start doing it, because the other day I wore a wig and it looked like a helmet and I don't want to be that person, if you know what I mean. I'm just cutting the lace. I'm going to try to cut it as close to the hairline as possible, and you don't want to cut it across, you kind of want to cut it jagged. I also tried to mimic like my hairline. I have sort of kind of a widow's peak, but it's like off-centered, so I tried to like mimic that a bit. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm very excited to try it. Hopefully it fits my head, which I'm sure that'll probably will, because Outre has pretty big head friendly wigs. I'm gonna go ahead and plop this on my head. Oh, my hair is still wet. The hairline is actually pretty good. I honestly could have afforded to pluck a little bit more, and I think I did a pretty good job mimicking my hairline. I'm going to go ahead and lay this out, although I feel like I feel like I can get away with wearing it like this. It's kind of like glueless. Well, you can wear it glueless if you want, but I want to lay it down just to be a little safe. I'm going to use Got To Be and then the melting spray. I'm going to clip this back just so it's easier for me to work with the wig. When I plucked it too, I tried to pluck all of like the really big knots so it wouldn't be, you know, the knots wouldn't be as noticeable. Alright, so let me move this back a little bit, just slightly. We'll let this dry, get a little tacky. Let's help it a little bit because I have no time. I want to do this with cool air. Sometimes it's also easier to do like one section at a time, but kind of in a hurry today. I missed a little spot here, so I'm gonna go a little more. And the ear flaps for me are a little tricky, so they always want to like lift for some reason. Although I can probably cut this. Maybe not. Okay. This is what the lace is looking like. It's lifting a little bit here. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me 222 powder. Gonna go ahead and place that on the lace. I honestly can afford to pluck this a little bit more. I didn't pluck it to oblivion. Sometimes with like synthetic wigs you need to pluck them to oblivion to notice like an actual difference, but I didn't do that because, again, time constraints and laziness. So I'm gonna take my melting spray. I'm gonna place it on the lace. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. You guys can see, okay. Okay. I'm gonna take my dryer. This is what the hairline is looking like. Gonna clean this off a little bit. A little bit more melting spray there. Gonna go ahead and clean the excess with some rubbing alcohol so we don't have hair sticking to my face. Pull out the hot comb and detangle. I think I'm gonna part her down the center. Take my hot comb and press. I like my hair up top to be flat. I'm always scared to do this because I feel like I'm gonna burn my forehead. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of mousse to her ends. Because I feel like she's gonna tangle and the density on here is like a lot. She's pretty thick. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna add powder to her part. Let's talk about her. This is Aurabel in the color number 2 by Outre. I don't know how old this wig is, but anyways, she's from the Perfect Hairline collection, so it does come pre-plucked. I just customized the hairline. I plucked it a little bit more, and honestly, I could have afforded to pluck it a bit more. synthetic wigs, you need to pluck them to oblivion in order to get like a good hairline. But this is my customized hairline. I have an off-centered widow's peak, so that's what I tried to do here. So this is the stock card. This is the wig. This is what she looks like. She's a 13 by 6, so you have 6 inches of parting space and 13 inches from ear to ear. She's pretty long. She's 28 inches. I'm about 5'4", and she falls about almost to my hip. I did get a lot of shedding, but that's just because I plucked to oblivion, almost to oblivion. But prior to me plucking it, I did brush it through it and there wasn't a lot of shedding. The density on here, she's pretty thick, so like very high density, and she does have these like very romantic curls at the end. I did add a little bit of mousse because I feel like it's gonna tangle substantially and I don't want it to. Other than that, I think she's pretty cute. A lot of hair, so if you like very full hair, this is your girl. She's very long, definitely a bust down, and then this is definitely like a dressing up type wig, like for special occasions. And I'm honestly truly very happy with this install. I just wish I would have plucked the hairline a little bit more. It's not bad, I just feel like it could use a little bit more plucking to look a little bit more natural. I'm gonna start plucking my wigs prior to the videos from now on because I feel like it looks very helmet-ish, and that's not the vibe that we're going for. She does have baby hairs, but with my customization I cut them pretty much all off or pluck them. And then she comes in 1B, 2, and then the special colors are, let me show you them here. We have DRST Brown Maple, DR2 Cream Toffee, DRF4 Vanilla Caramel, DRFF Red Velvet, and 3DRFF Cajun Spice. So those are the colors. It's heat friendly, as you saw. I did put the hot comb to it at the highest level. You just don't want to keep it on there because it can melt. It's synthetic. But she's cute. Let me know what you think about this wig, about this install. Would you buy her? I really like it. I just feel like it's a lot of hair, and I'm nervous as to the tangling. So yeah, this is Aurabel. Okay, mi gente, this is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm sorry, maybe it'll be better next time. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at The Lit Mirror. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. Also be sure to share this video with your friends, family, or whoever you deem relevant of watching me. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.